All right, Shalom. First off, give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, by Shem Yahushai, by Shem Karkadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of GMS. Salutes and honors to the elect, all the brothers across the four corners who are enduring in truth and in sincerity, and the women and children who follow. So as you can see, I wanted to do this particular lesson about the training camp of the truth. And I just got the Wikipedia definition of training camp. If you brothers aren't familiar or in the sports or anything like that, it's just to give context to why I'm calling this lesson the training camp of the truth. It says a training camp is an organized period in which military personnel or athletes participate in a rigorous and focused schedule of training in order to learn or improve skills. All right, and that's really what the truth is right now. Okay, we're in an organized period. Okay, it's a set of time. Nobody knows the date, but it's a set of time that we have to prepare for Jacob's trouble. All right, that's when game day is on. Okay, so like I said, we as men of the Lord, and as you can see, it says military personnel or athletes. We are the Lord's military personnel. We are his battle axe and his weapons of war. Okay, he's gonna rain judgment through the hand of his people Israel. Okay, he's gonna put his anger and his fury upon us, and we're gonna enact judgment via him through us. Lord willing, we are part of that number. Okay, so then the scriptures also compare us to athletes. It says all that run the race, but one, roughly paraphrasing, only one wins, and one that beateth the air like a boxer kind of deal. So we are the Lord's chosen vessels to be in this training camp. Okay, and it says a rigorous and focused schedule of training. Okay, so that means constantly doing lessons, constantly going on the highways, edifying the brothers, and not only that, being the true sense of being a righteous man in your everyday life as well. Having charity, having all the different characteristics. And that's pretty much what I'm going to go over right now, which is the training camp of the truth. Everything that you need to do, or you should be doing, which it just came to my head a couple more scriptures, so Lord willing I get those as well. But in order to learn and improve skills, because that's what we're here for. Okay, we're here to learn skills, and we're here to improve the skills that we have so that we can be deemed worthy for salvation. Okay, so dang, I should have got that precept while it was in my mind, because it kind of slipped already. And that's my fault. I can Salakia. Let me see what I got already, though. So this is Colossians 3 and 5. It says, mortify therefore your members which are upon earth, fornication, uncleanliness, inordinate affection, evil concupiscence, and covetousness, which is idolatry. All right, so these are things that mortify to kill off. Okay, get rid of all this stuff that's holding you back. Okay, illegal sex and having your mind. Basically, it's a lot of has to do with either illegal sex or having your mind in a wrong place or wanting something that's not yours. Okay, to focus on what's important, which is the truth. All right, it says, for which things' sake the wrath of the Most High cometh upon the children of disobedience. Okay, so that's pretty much self-explanatory. In the which ye also walked some time when ye lived in them. That's right, because we can't forget where we come from. We were those people. We were the so-called 2/3. But the Lord, He gave us a beautiful opportunity to come back to our nation and to praise Yahweh Shem Yahushai, to do His will. Okay, so don't forget that, you can be easily back in the 2/3 shoes. It says, but now ye also put off all these, anger, wrath, it's like malice, blasphemy, filthy communication out of your mouth, lie not one to another, seeing that ye have put off the old man with his deeds. Or just be 100. With the Achaeum, with the apostles, with everybody. In your everyday life, just be 100. It's a lot easier to be 100 than it is being, even 95. It says, and have put on the new man, which is renewed in the knowledge after the image of him that created him. And that's the point right there, man, to really be that new man. To leave that old nigga where that old nigga was and be that new man who came into the truth and turned his life around. We all come from something. We all come from different walks of life, but we're all here now. So there's a standard that we have to meet in order to remain here, and in order, like I said, to get that hope of salvation. And that's where we need to be. That's what this training camp is for, right? It's for Slakia. It's for a focused training schedule in order to learn or improve skills. We're all here to learn and to improve skills, and you can't do that being the old man. You need to be the new man and receive this. You can't put new wine in old bottles, or else they burst. So, moving on, this is Matthew chapter 7 and 13. Okay, it says, enter ye at the straight gate, for wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, and many there be which go thereat. Okay, so when it says enter at the straight gate, it's not talking about, you don't want to go to a messed up gate to get into a yard or something like that. It's talking about hard times. All right, that straight is talking about hard times. If it was talking about a linear line, it would have had a G, But that straight, the way it's spelled right there, is talking about dire straits, talking about hard times. You're going to go through something. Okay, the Lord never said this was going to be easy. The laws are not grievous, but being a man of the Lord, it's not easy. Because if it was easy, everybody would do it. All right, you're not loved by the world. Okay, you're some of your friends, some of your families may have turned their back on you. All right, but you got to keep going on. You got to keep moving forward. People, you're gonna lose people. Okay, that's at the end of the day, you're gonna lose people that you once cared about, people that you once loved. Whether they die or whether they turn your back on you, you're gonna lose them. That's just a part of this truth. But you got to be able to separate yourself. Okay, because it says that if you can't love the Lord more than you love your wife or your kids or your mom, your dad, so on and so forth, you're not fit for the kingdom. So you gotta be strong enough to understand that that's just a part of the game. The apostles back in the day, they had families, but what they do, they follow Yahweh Shai, and that's what we got to do. I'm not saying to leave your wife and kids, but what I'm saying is understand that this is the main thing. This is numero uno. Okay, verse 14 it says, because straight is the gate and narrow is the way which leadeth to life, and there be few there that is like and few there be that find it. Okay, everybody's going to the broad gate, to the wide way, the easy route. Okay, everybody's taking that easy route, but it's few that go through that straight gate that can make it through these hard times. But that's the way that leads to life. That's where the getting is good. The path less traveled. Okay. It's another good thing, 2 Corinthians 13 and 5, it says, examine yourselves whether ye be in the faith, prove your own selves, know ye not your own selves, how that Yahweh Shai HaMashiach is in you, except you be reprobates. Okay, so you do got to know yourself. You got to know your strong points. You got to know your weaknesses. And that goes back to the original reason we did the lesson. It's the training camp. When you're in training camp, if you're a wide receiver and you fast, but you lack route running ability, then that's something that you got to work on. You got to examine yourself. Say, hey, I got 4.3 speed, but why are the defense is always catching on to me? Well, I got to run my routes more crispy. So you work on your route tree, and that's what we got to do. We got to spiritually work on our route tree. Okay, I'm good at reading. Okay, I could be a little bit better at speaking, a little bit better at history. So what we gonna do? We gonna do everything that we've been doing with the reading, and then we gonna kick it up a little bit on the history. We gonna kick it up a little bit on the speaking. You can do certain exercises, in whatever deficient area that you're having trouble with, one of your deficiencies, and and improve that. So you got to know yourself, know what you know, that you have trouble with women, you have trouble with money, or you whatever it is. Different brothers got different vices. You just got to know what Satan is going to try to take advantage of you, what area, and then mortify that member, cut it off, make a weakness a strength, do whatever it is you got to do, fast, pray, all those things, man. That's what it takes. Slakia. Okay, you want to do this on me, huh? Let me see. There we go. Okay, so this is a big part of it as well. Okay, John chapter 7:24 says, "Judge not according to the appearance, but judge righteous judgment," because you got to make judgment calls in this truth. Should I do this or should I do that? Okay, I want to do this. This is with my body, my flesh. Currently, this is what I want to do. But is this right in spirit? Or you got to make that judgment call. And sometimes, a brother or two might come at you with a disagreement or something like that. You can't be like, well, I known this brother for a little bit longer, so I think he gonna be right on some. You have to judge righteous judgment, not according to the appearance, but to what's right for that situation. All right, so judging, that's what the whole end game is. We're gonna be judges of the earth, judges of the universe. So that's why we're in the training camp right now, to learn that, to improve on this skill. This is Matthew 18:21. It says, Then came Peter to him and said, Lord, how oft shall my brother sin against me, and I forgive him? Till 7 times? Yahushua saith unto him, I say not unto thee until 7 times, but until 70 times 7. Okay, so you gotta be forgiving. You gotta have forgiveness. You gotta have that passion in your heart. The Lord put us away, but He forgave us through the Spirit of Yahushua. He forgave us. So are not we better than the Lord to forgive our brethren who we see every day? So you can't harden your heart toward the Akim. You have to have that passion, man. And that's also going on to what the apostles and the elders and this camp as well, was going into about being that classy man. If somebody's going off, there's a way to tell them that they're going off without being an asshole. Be classy. And it says that we do have to forgive 70 times 7. So, he may have made a mistake right now, but just like we brought out in the lesson yesterday, he can come back. There's people that's been kicked out and that's came back. And just because you're not in GMS doesn't mean that you're not a man of the Lord. But that says until 70 times 7. So forgiveness is a big part of this. Let me see. I want to get this one, but there's one more scripture that I remembered. Let me put a video on pause and get that real quick.